it's Edie's here and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you 24 different journal spread ideas that you can use in your journal. So I have my two journals here and I'm going to be showing you real life examples of what you can do in your journal. So let's get started with the first spread, and it's pretty basic, nothing too crazy, which is a vision board, but I like to put my actual goals around the vision board so I can check in throughout the year on these goals, check them off if I met them. So yeah, I'm very excited to meet these goals and also to have this as like my first page when I open my journal. It's very motivating. Second idea that I have are monthly spreads in which you write down your favorites, what you did for the month, and have memories, which I really enjoy. Specifically, I like to use Receiptify to print out a receipt of my favorite songs and my playlist of the month. Next up, I also recommend having some travel spreads. So anytime that you go on vacation or you go somewhere new, even if it's local, I recommend to do a little journal spread to talk about how you felt, what you saw, and include some photos. This is when I went to Seattle and I had so much fun. It was like a weekend trip and it was amazing kind of putting the spread together. It's pretty simple, nothing too crazy, but I put stickers of all the places that I visited. Next up is a junk journal spread. This has been my latest obsession, which is basically you look through your junk drawer with where you have random trinkets, papers, receipts, etc., and you make a spread. I like to sometimes make them like themed, but this one I just took random things from my like a storage box that I had in my childhood bedroom, and I just put a spread together that was kind of like fairy core with my mantra of the month or year, it seems like. So yeah, junk journaling is really awesome. It's another word for scrapbooking, but it has really no memory necessarily. It's just putting random things together and making it look aesthetic. So this is actually my current favorite way to fill up my life journal. I really love it. Next up, I recommend creating a bucket list. This one's specifically for summer, but I am also going to create like a general bucket list. And this is really fun because you get to kind of write down what you want to do, things you want to see and be a part of, and you can check them off as you do it. And these are some ideas for summer if you're interested. I'm really excited about, where is it? Learn a new craft or skill, because I'm still thinking about which one it's going to be. Next up, I definitely recommend creating an about me page because it's fun to see when you are looking at this when you're like, I don't know, 30 something, and I look back at this. I want to see what I like, dislike, some of my favorite things, and what I was really into. So this was very fun to create and it's a good memory. Next up, I recommend creating like a favorite band or artist list. You can also create like favorite songs, favorite movies, books, etc. But in this case, I'm showing you this one since it's new. And this is just listing my top favorite bands. The ones at the top here are like, these legit are my two favorites. And then these are, I mean, they're all kind of my favorites, but these are my favorite ultimate top 5. I really love the Kooks, the Strokes, the Gorillaz, Red Hot Chili Peppers, Vampire Weekend, Weezer, Green Day, Group Love, Rex Orange County, Jack White, White Stripes, Tokyo Police Club, Phoenix, Fleetwood Mac, Sublime, The Smiths, Lana Del Rey, and Metronomy. This is just a cool way, once again, to see what you really liked at this moment in time, and it also makes it really easy to create a playlist since you know who your favorite artists or your favorite bands are. So definitely recommend. This is something that I tried that's new for me, which is the year in pictures. So I'm creating 6 or part 1 of the year on one spread and then part 2 on another spread once we passed June. So these are just things that I did. It highlights one specific thing or many if I wanted to make like a collage, many things that I did to bring me joy, or events that I went to that were my favorites. And this was an idea that I got when I created my vision for this year, and I wanted to do something cool or fun I wanted to do something cool and fun every month. So these are some of the things that I consider cool and fun and unique. So I can't wait to show you guys part 2, because I'm going to do like a gold moment. So yeah, the year in pictures is really, really fun. Another thing that I really love is creating spreads for the books that I love. So this is They Both Die at the End. I read this recently, and I love writing my thoughts about the book with quotes and aesthetic photos. Along with that, anything book related, I also like to create book spreads. So this is counted as one. Anything that has to do with books. These are the books that I've read so far. Of course, I use Goodreads, but also it's cool to see them visually. I plan on reading 30 books this year, so I'm a little behind. But yeah, you can keep track of the books. You can list books that you want to read, etc. Another idea that I had a lot of fun with is creating swatches for my washi tapes. So these are all the ones that I own, and I just ripped a little bit of each roll, and I have them here just in case I don't want to look through my drawers and I just want to see visually what I have and use them for future spreads. Okay, next up are movie trackers or media trackers. So I have 3 examples to show of that. So for every month, or for most of the months in my journal, I have tracked the media that I've consumed just to see like what I've watched and what I was interested in that month. So this is for July of last year, so last summer, and I put a little star next to my favorites, and I just print out the covers, and then I put like my initial favorites. You could also do themed trackers. So these are movies to watch in the fall, and the ones that have orange dots are the ones that I've watched or rewatched, I should say. And I just love tracking things, as you can see. And then I also have, this is my favorite one. I've created this for I think 2 or 3 years in a row, and this is a Halloween movie nights tracker, and these are, I pretty much watch all of them except Sweeney Todd. But yeah, I like to track my media. You could track like seasons of a show. You could get pretty creative with a tracker. And now that I'm creating this video, I actually gave myself my own idea. So you can track seasons. I kind of want to do that for Psych, since it's my favorite show, and like rate and list my thoughts about each season. I think that could be a really cool tracker. All right, so next up, I really recommend. So next up, you can actually create a spread based on outfits or your capsule wardrobe or fashion ideas or your dream wardrobe, anything that has to do with fashion. I really created this thinking about like spring and summer, and I listed some ideas and things that I could go and be on the lookout when I go shopping. So these are just some photos from Pinterest. Put them together, create your own colorway. You could even do like a little color palette on the side, but it's really up to you. And this actually makes it easy for you to go shopping. I actually took a picture of this, and when I went to Old Navy recently, I wanted to kind of get things that were this vibe, and I wanted to be inspired by it. So really cute idea. All right, so next up, I want to give you a little backstory. So anytime that I'm obsessed with something, in this case it's Poppy, I create a spread for like my current obsessions or things that I'm like fixated on. So I have this Poppy spread. So when I try a new Poppy flavor, I rate them. I'm actually drinking a lemon lime one right now, and I only could do it once I try it again, because I've tried all of these besides the orange and the wildberry, orange creamsicle and the wildberry, but I'm trying them all again to give them a fair chance. I have to say lemon lime is a 5 out of 5. But yeah, any obsession that you have, instead of like maybe buying or going crazy and obsessing or wasting money, create a spread. It's actually super fun. I've actually done this too with you guys have seen this before. Well, this is new, but you guys have seen it before with Pandora charms. So anytime you have a current obsession, make a spread about it, and it will give you inspiration and to make you feel very happy. At least it does for me. Another spread is life lately. So I like to write and show you guys like, another spread is a life lately spread. So it's just like your current obsessions, and instead of being like just a single obsession like this, it's everything, right? Like things that you've been doing, watching, and it's different than monthly because it can happen at any time, right? So this one's like I'm reading Iron Flame, and it's just like what I've been liking in that moment. Whereas the monthly spread, it's a little bit different because it's culminating. So I definitely like to do this. Obviously not as much, but I like to see what I'm doing, what's going on. I like to put a date on it, which I didn't do this time. So let me put that here. This was June 2024. It's important that you date things in the moment. Obviously, you're going to know the year, but I've looked at my own old journals and I'm like, what year did I do this? And sometimes I've included a date and sometimes not. So definitely include dates as much as possible. Or years, I should say, because that's the most important. All right, another thing that I really love to do is just simply journal, like a traditional diary journal type. I'm covering this up because it is a little personal, but I like to do like some kind of mood board and create images or get them from Pinterest and write about how I'm feeling. This was actually from the Seattle movie museum or film museum, and you got to do like a scary movie scene, which I thought was really cool. And I've been loving red and blue together, so I gave that as a vibe. So yeah, just write it, include the date and the year, don't forget, and just write your thoughts. It actually makes you feel really, really good. I also like to use like journal prompts. I do that in my I do that in my planner, but you can do it in your diary or in your journal as well, and treat it as diary. Journaling is whatever you want it to be. So if writing helps, do it. If you don't want to include writing, it's still journaling in my eyes. Next up, I like to do sometimes like color themes. So this one's like rainbow, and it's great because it's Pride Month, so why not? But I actually was inspired by this, which these are stickers that I just bought, and I'm absolutely obsessed with how there's a gradient of color, and I'm obsessed with. So I went to through my phone. I also saw like an Instagram thing, like find each color in your photos. So I was inspired by that filter on Instagram to create the spread, and I did it in red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, and then I have like a mix of things, stickers. I love it, and I can't wait to get these, and I'm gonna do a stationery haul. But yeah, any color theme like you saw back here, I did like a red and blue theme. So if you just want to do colors and no writing at all, it is up to you. Another thing that's super popular, but I figured I would still include it, is creating a wish list. So I think wish lists are ever changing, at least they are for me, but it's cool to see like the things that you were into. So I printed out some of my favorite things, included the price, and you can highlight them or check them as you get it. Sometimes they change. It is what it is, but these are some of the things that are on my radar. I try not to spontaneously buy things anymore, just because I want to be a little bit more aware and I don't want to overconsume. So I definitely recommend that. Another idea is if you're obsessed with an artist or an album or whatever, or even just a song, like get inspired by music. I love to do this, but I'm just gonna show you like wait, did I have that? Yeah. So another idea is if you really love an artist or you're obsessing over their album, a new album, whatever the case is, you can make a spread. This is actually my favorite. I'm so sad I didn't film it for YouTube. I wanted to create a short, but I really love how this turned out. And of course we have Chapel Rowan, who is my current favorite artist. I love her music. I am obsessed with The Rise and Fall of the Midwest Princess, and I'm so mad that I can't go to her concert. That's right by me, the Governor's Ball one. But I'm obsessed with it. I included all my favorite songs, and I had a lot of fun. So I think if you have a favorite artist, you can do this for their new album on their whatever the case is. I think it'll be really fun. I've seen people do it for like Olivia Rodrigo and Taylor Swift, so I think you can do it for your favorite artist too. Another idea it is if you go to like a concert or you go to like an event, you can create a spread. This one I just did a video for, and this is for the Melanie Martinez concert for the Trilogy tour that I went to at Madison Square Garden. It was so fun. I went with my brother because we literally are obsessed with Melanie Martinez, and the show was incredible. I'm not going to talk too much about it because I have another video about this, but amazing. You can create like a vlog sort of say where you're like showing what you did, your own pictures. These are my own photos, so I definitely recommend that. You could also create spreads for like your favorite TV shows or movies. So this one is for a TV show that I recently got into. My brother told me that I think you'll like this. So Hell of a Boss is from the same artist that, or creator that create, or so Hell of a Boss is from the same creator as, I always forget this name. What is it called? Has Been Hotel. So yeah. So another idea, which is my final idea that I actually have pictures of, is creating spreads. Alright, so my final idea is creating spreads for the TV shows and movies that you watch. This was a recent watch, I Love a Boss, which is from the same artist as Has Been Hotel. And it's really fun. I like to do like little pop-ups and things like that. My brother told me to watch it and I really like it. It's on YouTube for free, so definitely watch it if you want to. I also like to create it for like reality TV shows. So I was actually talking to someone in my comments about the fact that I created one for the challenge. So these are my favorite challengers and I wrote my thoughts inside here. But yeah, I like to do it for reality TV shows, animated, live action, movies, films, whatever it is. Let me show you ones that I didn't. Okay, so this one was for Wish. I was obsessed with it. I watched it with my mom and I thought it was really beautiful. So I did a spread for that. For The Ones Who Live, Walking Dead spinoff, which was really awesome. So I made one for that. And then for Hunger Games, the Ballad of the Songbirds and the Snakes. This was actually a really beautiful spread. I had a lot of fun making it. So yeah, any TV show or movie that you watch, you can create a spread for. So yeah. Alright, so now we're going to be talking about the spreads that I don't have made yet, but I'm going to be showing you some pictures from Pinterest that I pulled as inspiration. So the first one is a random sticker dump, which I really want to do this so bad. Basically just put random stickers that maybe have no home or you misplaced, or you wanted to use it but didn't end up using it, so instead of wasting it you can just put it right there. And sometimes, especially for me, I like hoard stickers, so it's cool to have a place where they could live for a while, forever, instead of like on a laptop case where you're gonna probably throw it out when it breaks. So I really want to do that, so stay tuned. Next up we have an idea that I saw on Pinterest, which was lyrics that you love or songs, like your favorite songs. I would probably turn that into songs to play at my funeral, just to be a little bit more creative, since I already have that list on my phone. I just have to kind of create the spread, and essentially you're just listing your songs and taking pictures from Spotify of the lyrics that you really like. I love music, so who doesn't, but I can't wait to have this one because I think it's really cool. Next up we have things that make me smile, where you're just writing and pulling pictures from your phone or Pinterest of things that make you happy. I see this as kind of like a Polaroid spread. I think that would be really cute with some like stickers to give it a little bit of dimension. And yeah, just things that make you happy. This can be kind of different from favorites because it's just things that when you see them, they instantly make you happy. For example, I would put watching birds like play in the mud or like sand, I think is really beautiful, and it just makes me happy. Or bird watching is something that I really enjoy. calico critters are really things that I love, and like blind boxes, so I think that would be fun to include. And last but not least, I have things that I've learned, and it's like based on your age. So I'm 28, so 28 things that I've learned in my life, and I think that's a cool way to keep track of things that you learn, things that you want to pass on maybe, or advice that you would give yourself. And I would see that maybe as like a letter. I think that would be really cool. Like typed up, I think that would be awesome. Alright guys, so those were the 24 journal spread ideas. I hope you found it useful. Let me know which idea you want to try next, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye!